Okay, so Season 8 is finally upon us with this new update that just came into the game, and obviously the main thing it brings is a new DLC character. The first one of the season is a brand new attack type, that of course being Karma Progression Kawaki. He's one hell of a DLC, I'll tell you that much. So without any further ado, let's get into it. Kawaki's first jutsu is Daikokuten Shokatsu. It makes you throw out a shrunken stake from another dimension, which upon impact stuns the enemy and drops a massive cube on them. The same one from Ishiki's ultimate, which deals damage to anyone that gets hit by it. This jutsu, similar to Kawaki's other jutsu as you'll soon learn, is pretty good. It is very easy to use, as the speed and range on this thing are like almost no other attack type jutsu. If you'll manage to not get interrupted, the chances of you landing the attack are very high. It does sometimes though struggle with hitting moving targets, especially if they are falling down for example. So ideally try to hit them while their speed isn't too high, and use this jutsu as a sneak attack or combo starter. You can also finish off your combo with it, that's definitely a way too. As I said, this jutsu feels very good right now, as once you'll get hit by it, there's basically no way of getting out of it. Another amazing thing about it is the fact that the cube damages anyone in the area, not just the person you hit with the shrunken stake. So it's great in team battles, or when trying to capture a base, since you'll be able to hit more enemies at once. The first part of the jutsu, the projectile, is also unblockable. It doesn't go through any objectives though, which goes for both normal objects in the game or anything the player might summon around them with a jutsu. The damage on this jutsu isn't incredibly high like some other attack type attacks, but for how easy it is to use, I'd say it's pretty good. Kawaki's second jutsu is Sukuna Hikuna God Hunter, which in my opinion is another top tier jutsu. It shrinks you down and launches you at your opponent, dealing damage if you manage to connect. While you're in the shrunken form, you're also completely invulnerable, meaning that nothing in your way will stop you. This jutsu is kind of like an attack type equivalent of Boruto's Flash Slice. It is a very fast attack that is basically impossible to dodge, but it has a smaller travel distance. Another thing it shares with Flash Slice is the fact that it is absolutely amazing for combos, as it launches the enemy in the air at a pretty good angle, making it very easy for you to continue dealing damage to them. Kawaki's arsenal in general is amazing for combos, as both of his jutsu offer really good ways to either end or start combos. It takes a little bit of time to learn just how far this jutsu can go, so you will occasionally miss due to a misjudgment of the distance between you and your enemy, but that quickly goes away after a couple of games with this attack. I'd say the range is probably bigger than Flash Slice, since we're comparing the two jutsu, and honestly for an attack type, it's above average. You ideally want to use this jutsu when somebody is chasing you down as a counter attack. That being said, this tactic doesn't really work against unblockable attacks. Things like dynamic entry are just gonna kind of ignore this jutsu and hit you anyway. Finally, let's talk about Kawaki's ultimate, Karma Progression. This ultimate is very, and I mean very similar to Karma Progression Boruto's ultimate. It almost has the same name. It gives you a really big boost in both speed and attack, while also changing your strong attack into the cube AoE attack from the first jutsu. You also activate Sukuna Hikuna while in this state, the jutsu Ishiki has that's already in the game, making you completely invulnerable to any projectile attack, apart from certain secret techniques. Finally, an additional input will make you spew out fireballs in front of you, and if you hit anyone, you will chase them down with a follow-up attack that is very similar to normal Kawaki's Ritual Destruction, although not as strong. I can't currently tell you for sure if the follow-up attack is a one-hit kill, since no one I used it against had a full health bar, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was. Yeah, so overall, just like Karma Progression Boruto's ultimate, this secret technique is amazing. The boost that you get while in this state is awesome. You're invulnerable to basically any ranged attack, you get a very OP strong attack, and you can finish it all off with what is likely a one-hit kill second input attack. In terms of originality, it's not the most unique jutsu, I have to say, since as I previously said, it strongly resembled Boruto's ultimate. In terms of the mechanics of the jutsu, it's basically the same ult just for attack types. Nonetheless, just like Boruto's ultimate, it's pretty busted, I have to give it that at the very least. Alright, let's talk about what I think of Kawaki in general. From a pure meta viewpoint, he's a really good DLC. All of his jutsu are very simple to use, yet very versatile and good in basically any game mode. Plus they feel pretty fun to use, I really had a great time playing as him, even his basic attacks are fun when you play with him as a character. This DLC does lose some points though in terms of originality. His first jutsu uses the assets from the Ishiki ultimate, and this once again appears as the strong attack while he's using his secret technique. His second jutsu is basically a dash that deals damage, it's very good but not unique in any way. As I said about his ult, it's very similar to Boruto's one in basically every way. With all of this being said, I'm still a fan of this Kawaki DLC. Not every new character has to be unique in every way, and as I said, he's most importantly just fun to use, so if you were considering buying him, I'd do so. Alright, that's it for Kawaki, but he wasn't the only thing introduced in this update, we also got some other really cool things. First of all, there's now gonna be summons in the game, which basically allow you to summon an animal that you'll be able to ride around the map. I'm personally not sure how I feel about this yet since I haven't used them, but I'm always up for some innovation. Probably the coolest thing introduced in this update is the new rank of weapons, SS+, which are all linked to a moveset to a particular character. In this update, we got weapons related to Naruto, Sasuke and Itachi, and honestly, all of them look absolutely awesome. It's actually making me a bit mad since I know the only way to get them is through the gacha system, and I could stomach not having the SS weapons, but these just look too cool. Thankfully, I personally got very lucky and managed to get the Naruto weapon, which is currently the only one in the rotation, straight away, but I don't know for how long this luck will last. I just wish there was honestly a different way to get them. Finally, we got a tease of the upcoming DLC ninjutsu based on the tail beast, the first one being for the two tails. It looks pretty cool personally, it literally turns you into the two tails and makes you drop on the enemy from the air, but we'll have to see how it feels in the game when it releases, probably next month. And that's all for this update. Let me know in the comments what you personally think about Kawaki and if you intend to buy him. If you enjoyed the video, then please leave a like or consider subscribing, it really helps the channel. And that's all for today, and we'll see you all later. Bye!